The 18-year-old mayoral candidate says he placed 16 signs here and they each disappeared. He says he was shocked to find out he knew exactly who the culprit was. And as locals prepare for the upcoming election cycle, offices are suggesting alternatives as mailboxes like that one are inaccessible. Walkways in grassy areas like this one are places students at public universities can practice free speech, but at UCF, there are some areas off limits. But here in this room, remaining trees like the bigger one behind me range from about $500 to $1,500. If you plan to vote by mail, your ballot must physically be here at your local supervisor of elections office by 7 p.m. on election night for it to count. In Orange County, Alina Hoarau, getting results, News 6. Firefighters from around Florida gathered here today to fight for one of their own. They're urging for change and they want justice as they risk getting cancer on the daily. Police are investigating a car accident where they say a mother and her 2 kids hit this curb and landed in that water. All 3 are now in the hospital in critical condition. We are 3 weeks into November. Some are thinking about Thanksgiving, but for Christmas lovers like Ralphine Ippoliti, this time of year marks the birth of a new season.
It's the beginning of Christmas.
Ippoliti says she first began selling artwork at the Orlando Museum of Art's annual Festival of Trees a few years ago.
When you start getting your receipts and you realize how much you put into it, you go, oh my God.
This year, Ippoliti made a mini Game of Thrones inspired tree, but says materials are pricey thanks to inflation.
A 4-ounce bottle of Gorilla Glue was close to $5 this year. There's 6 bottles of glue in there.
Materials aside, what about the cost of the tree itself? According to a September survey by the Real Christmas Tree Board, the cost of growing trees increased nearly 20% compared to last year, meaning retailers are charging more and consumers are finding alternatives.
This is the first time in probably 15 years. Last year we invested in an artificial tree to go back to it because of the availability of finding a live tree.
Here at the Festival of Trees event, we're seeing trees in this room alone range from about $150 to $1,000. But here in this room, remaining trees like the bigger one behind me range from about $500 to $1,500. Nathan Wright is a UCF senior working in Lowe's Christmas tree department who says his store is seeing less people buy live trees.
They come in and they see the real big tree and it's like $130 and nobody wants to pay that for something that's going to die in 3 weeks.
Retailers suggest doing research as heightened species can make a difference in price. In Orlando, Alina Hoarau, UCF Nightly News. Election office workers in Volusia County spend the day putting stamps on vote-by-mail ballots in preparation of the 2022 general election cycle. They'll soon take them to the post office where Volusia County Supervisor of Elections Lisa Lewis says they were supposed to already be.
We were scheduled to mail out our ballots last Thursday on the 29th, and I said, oh, this storm's coming. We're going to hold off for almost a week, so we're mailing out tomorrow.
With many areas across Central Florida still impacted by flooding from Hurricane Ian, postal office workers may not be able to deliver all those vote-by-mail ballots.
If you don't have a mail receptacle, you're out of your home right now, please contact your local post office where your mail would come through normally, that they will hold it for you and you can pick it up there. If for any reason it can't be delivered and you don't have it held, it will be returned to us because they are not forwarded.
As locals prepare for the upcoming election cycle, offices are suggesting alternatives as mailboxes like that one are inaccessible. If you've requested a vote-by-mail ballot and haven't received it, contact your local supervisor of elections office. If needed, they can send one to an alternate location.
I'll deliver the ballot personally. We've done that many times. We want you to vote.
The deadline to register to vote is next week on October 11th, and to request a vote-by-mail ballot is on the 29th. Early voting begins in just a few weeks depending on your county, and the start dates are here on your screen. You can also cast a ballot in person on Election Day, November 8th.
We're going to be open for voting. Don't you worry about that.
What is up, guys? I'm Wambino. Check me out.
Wambino is a local hip-hop singer who regularly promotes his music around Central Florida. A common spot of his to set up a table and sing through speakers happens to be here on UCF's campus.
But it's super important to develop a fan base, actually get out there and meet people.
Over the summer, he gained attention on social media after a woman called the cops on him. In this video, you can also see her question a student filming the interaction.
Microphone. Literally singing with the microphone to music. Okay, and I got a seat. She's recording me again. Are you a student here, ma'am?
Of course I am.
You are a student?
Yes,
here?
exactly.
Okay, some random student right now is recording.
As Free Speech Week comes to an end, I sat down with him to recount the experience.
It was just abrasive. It was out of nowhere.
Under the Campus Free Expression Act, visitors can use outdoor areas of a public campus to practice their First Amendment rights. Walkways and grassy areas like this one are places students at public universities can practice free speech, but at UCF, there are some areas off limits. That includes the athletic fields, certain housing units, and the Creative School for Children. Dr. Karina Cespedes of UCF's Humanities Department specializes in free speech. She attended the University of California, Berkeley, historically known as the center of the 1960s free speech movement.
Free speech is as important as the air we breathe. It has been fought over by multiple generations. It is absolutely priceless.
In Orlando, Alina Hoarau, UCF Nightly News.
I don't believe in forcing people to be sitting ducks.
James Satcher is a Manatee County commissioner who disagrees with an HR policy preventing workers from having guns on the job. Last month, he proposed a change to allow county workers with permits to do so for their security and safety.
I believe gun-free zones are criminal empowerment zones. These people that are looking to do evil, they're looking for soft spots where they can do the most damage.
The Board of County Commissioners voted 6-1 for considering this proposal after the summer. One county commissioner wants to address gun violence by proposing workers with permits be able to carry guns at their jobs. Now, he says this is a solution, but others say it'll only cause more chaos. The lone vote opposing the change was Commissioner Reggie Bellamy.
A bullet does not have a name on it until it hits someone. However, if we can be proactive and assure that we do not have weapons in the workplace, we don't have to worry about whether or not a bullet will hit someone.
He says the goal should be to keep weapons away from the workplace and focus on security protocols. In a press release, the county's NAACP asked the commissioners to rethink their decision, saying this action would create a Wild West environment. The Manatee County commissioners are expected to vote on this proposal after the summer. Alina Hoarau, 8 on your side.